The hum of the crowd is a low, expectant thrum. Two teams stand poised, the air thick with the scent of ambition and freshly waxed court. But amidst the giants and the graceful, the dazzling scorers and the smooth operators, one figure stands apart. He's not the highest scorer, nor the most athletic, and certainly not the quietest. He's the loud, beating heart of a dynasty, the unconventional engine, the architect of chaos. We're talking about Draymond Green, and to truly understand him is to rewrite your perception of what makes a basketball legend. From the outside, Draymond Green often looks like a walking contradiction. A second-round draft pick, deemed too small for a traditional power forward and not skilled enough for a wing, he arrived in the NBA with a chip the size of Michigan on his shoulder. Yet, he wasn't trying to fit in. He was waiting for the league to conform to him. He was a disruptor, an agitator, and arguably the most crucial defensive and playmaking force on one of the greatest teams in NBA history. How does a player who averages roughly 8 points a game become indispensable to a four-time championship team? The answer lies not in the box score, but in the unseen fabric of the game, the deflections, the rotations, the communication, the sheer force of will that bends opponents to his will. His journey wasn't predestined for stardom. Many players are lauded for their offensive brilliance, their ability to create points out of thin air. Draymond's art is in preventing points, in orchestrating defensive symphonies where every player moves in perfect, suffocating harmony. He sees plays before they develop, shouts instructions with a ferocity that often borders on insubordination, and possesses an uncanny ability to guard all 5 positions. He can switch onto quick guards, battle dominant centers, and lock down elite wings. This defensive versatility, combined with his exceptional passing vision, a point-forward mind in a power forward's body, made the Golden State Warriors' revolutionary death lineup possible. Without Draymond's ability to facilitate, rebound, and anchor their defense while Curry, Thompson, and Durant rained down threes, that small ball juggernaut simply doesn't exist. He was the unsung hero, the complex algorithm behind their offensive explosions. But the brilliance of Draymond comes with an undeniable edge. He's the first to admit it. His passion, his intensity, his absolute refusal to back down from any challenge, often spills over. Technical fouls, flagrant fouls, heated exchanges with opponents, referees, and even teammates, these are as much a part of the Draymond Green experience as a perfectly executed pick and roll. There's a perception, often fueled by highlight reels of his outbursts, that he's undisciplined, a liability. Yet, to dismiss him as such is to miss the fundamental climax of his competitive spirit. His volatility is a double-edged sword. It can hurt, but it also fuels. It ignites his teammates, intimidates opponents, and communicates a raw, unfiltered desire to win that few possess. He's not just talking trash, he's dissecting his opponent's psyche, planting seeds of doubt, and often winning battles long before the scoreboard reflects it. He thrives on the chaos he creates, using it as a weapon. Consider the narrative twists in his career. Early on, he was the scrappy underdog, the heart and soul guy. Then came the Dynasty, and with it, the spotlight. He was crucial, integral, yet always slightly overshadowed by the offensive firepower surrounding him. His very presence on the court forced defenses to adapt to the Warriors' unique style, opening up space for the Splash Brothers. He's the ultimate connector, the player whose absence is felt more acutely than his statistical presence suggests. The moments when he was out, or when his play dipped due to injuries or suspensions, were often when the Warriors looked most vulnerable. His voice, his defensive commands, his unmatched feel for the game were the invisible strings pulling their championship puppet show. One of the most compelling aspects of Draymond is his self-awareness and willingness to embrace his role. He's not aspiring to be Steph Curry. He knows his lane, and he dominates it. He's the ultimate glue guy who also happens to be a multi-time All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, and Olympic gold medalist. He redefined the term, proving that you don't need to be a primary scorer to be a foundational piece of an all-time great team. His value, much like a point guard's, is in elevating everyone around him. He makes the right pass, sets the brutal screen, contests the shot at the perfect moment, and then screams about it until his lungs ache. But the climax of his narrative arrived with the 2022 NBA championship. After years of injury struggles, a tumultuous season that saw him in the news for off-court issues, and many analysts questioning if the Warriors' dynasty was truly over, Draymond Green stepped up. He wasn't just a role player, he was the emotional and defensive engine for that championship run. His performance in the finals against the Celtics, despite some offensive struggles, showcased his unrelenting defensive prowess and leadership. He didn't back down from Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. He engaged in every single battle, commanded the defense with his trademark ferocity, and willed his team to victory. It was a testament to his resilience, his unique understanding of the game, and his ability to pull his team through sheer force of will, proving that his chaos was, in fact, a carefully orchestrated symphony of winning. The unique twist of Draymond Green's story is that he is simultaneously the heart and the headache. He's the loyal teammate who pushes boundaries, the defensive genius whose offense can disappear, the vocal leader who sometimes crosses the line. Yet, through it all, he remains undeniably himself. He's a player who challenges traditional metrics, forcing us to look beyond points and rebounds to understand true impact. He makes basketball debates richer, more complex, and infinitely more engaging. In a league obsessed with individual scoring prowess, Draymond Green stands as a powerful counter-narrative. He reminds us that basketball is a team sport, that defense matters, that communication is paramount, and that sometimes, the most effective way to win is to be the loudest, most intense, and undeniably chaotic engine of a dynasty. He's not just playing the game, he's dictating it, one screen, one deflection, one perfectly timed pass at a time. And in the annals of NBA history, the architect of chaos will forever be etched as one of the most uniquely impactful players to ever step on the hardwood.